Hi everyone, my name is Jessica Almaguer, and this is my statistics project on church attendance and prayer. In this presentation, I'll explain why I chose this data set, provide some background on the topic, and walk through the statistical analysis and discuss what the results mean. So I chose this data set because prayer, specifically when offered to others, can be a powerful and positive experience. From my own experience in canvassing, I have seen how asking to pray with strangers can create moments of connection, comfort, and hope, even when people don't accept the prayer or they don't share the same beliefs. And this made me curious about what influences people to offer prayer in everyday life, and whether religious habits like church attendance plays a role. Public prayer is a common religious practice in the United States, but many people feel uncertain about how others perceive it. Some believers worry that offering prayer might make others uncomfortable, especially in public or personal settings. And because of this, many people may hesitate to offer prayer even if their intentions are positive. An article from 538 titled "When Does Praying in Public Make Others Uncomfortable?" analyzed survey data on public religious behaviors. And the article found that people often overestimate how uncomfortable others may feel about prayer. In reality, many non-religious individuals reported being more comfortable witnessing prayer than believers expected. This article helped motivate my analysis by showing that prayer behavior is socially meaningful and worth studying with data. My research question is, do people who attend religious services weekly or more often ask or offer to pray with others more frequently than those who rarely or never attend? To answer this question, I first limited the dataset to respondents who identified with a religion. I then divided them into two groups based on religious service attendance: those who attend weekly or more, and those who attend rarely or never. The survey measured how often people ask or offer to pray using an ordinal scale. So I converted this scale into numerical values from 0 to 5, where 0 means never, 1 is once a year or less, 2 is once a month or less, 3 is a few times per month, 4 is a few times per week, and 5 is every day. And this allowed me to calculate means and run a statistical test. For the group that attends religious services rarely or never, the mean prayer offering score was about 1.17, with a standard deviation of 1.48 and a sample size of 487. For the group that attends weekly or more, the mean score was about 2.61, with a standard deviation of 1.64 and a sample size of 235. Even at the descriptive level, we can already see a noticeable difference between the two groups here. I conducted a two-sample t-test assuming unequal variances, which is also known as Walsh's t-test, where the null hypothesis was that there is no difference in how often the two groups ask or offer to pray with others. And the alternative hypothesis was that people who attend religious services weekly or more often ask and offer to pray more frequently than those who attend rarely or never. So the test produced a t-value of approximately negative 11.42, with about 422 degrees of freedom, and a p-value of much less than 0.001. Because the p-value is far below 0.05, I rejected the null hypothesis. And this means that there is strong statistical evidence that people who attend religious services weekly or more often ask and offer to pray with others more frequently. This bar chart visually summarizes the results by showing the mean prayer offering frequency for each group. The higher bar for weekly attenders clearly illustrates the difference observed in the statistical test. In conclusion, this study suggests that religious service attendance is strongly associated with a person's likelihood of offering prayer to others. This supports the idea that regular participation in religious communities may increase comfort, confidence, and willingness to engage in prayer with strangers. Thank you.